part due to changes in the design and scope of the works envisaged, coupled at times with the insufficiency of development finance for the many competing projects the government has undertaken to deliver to Botswana. But another reality was COVID that hit the whole world. Yet, our resoluteness was never to be in doubt. I can now proudly say to you, thanks to the impetus injected by the recent adoption of the development manager approach to the delivery of infrastructure projects, we are witnessing the commissioning of construction works in rapid succession and with the highest sense and level of confidence built into the project implementation plans. Risimelete, Kabon Kurhanoka balola matele atsene di buiwa le di tsela. Ine ke to mo ditoro. Di katakata di tletse le hatselo tlele. I promised you I'm going to turn Botswana into a construction site. Ke ironi. Ba bona ke la ntlhale bona di khotakhoto tse di hatse. Le go ndile di shayana. Bo shabo bo supa gore ha gona yang go robega. Di nshori lo bona di le haya. Di a go khwedwa ke bana ba Batswana. Di kena kwa ke bona. E re ba sena go amogela be go itumela bona ba itumela malopeng a lona le ba tseng sentle le ba tshwareng sentle. We are here in a little known place until today, Ditakane, and we are addressing the nation, we are addressing Southern Africa, we are addressing Africa, we are addressing the world, thanks to our digital connectivity. But we're here today in particular talking to the people along this route, Mogoditshane-Gabane-Mmankgodi Road. We are marking the commencement of the execution of works on this long-awaited road that links Kabon City to this region. And as many of you may be aware, the different components of this road were constructed more than 3 decades ago and have actually almost reached their design life end. Let me remind the audience that today's occasion follows a series of activities, starting with a contract signing ceremony in October 2023 for the delivery of a suite of infrastructure projects through the development manager model. That ceremony was followed by the recent groundbreaking ceremonies carried out in Matangwane and Nata for various infrastructure projects, including roads, reconstruction, refurbishment of school facilities, as well as the building of houses by Botswana Housing Corporation. With highlighted positivity, excitement, and enthusiasm, we are now here, Modipane-Mabalane, today to mark the start of the dual works for the Mogoditshane-Gabane-Mmankgodi Road. This ceremony, therefore, as yet another milestone achievement by my government in infrastructure development across Botswana. The Mogoditshane-Gabane-Mmankgodi Road traverses the urban center of Mogoditshane, or Mogadishu, and the villages of Kabon, Gabane, and Kabon City, with a direct link to the city of Gaborone. This road is 27 kilometers long and has been experiencing massive traffic congestion as a result of higher than expected traffic flows between Gaborone, Tamaga, Shopakis, and Kanye. In pursuit of the ideals and objectives of the Reset and Reclaim agenda and the transformative 2030 agenda for sustainable development, among other opportunities, my government has put in place plans and engaged service providers to deliver quality infrastructure as a priority to enable smooth movement of people, goods, and services. Today's groundbreaking ceremony is expected to open opportunities for employment creation in the manufacturing sector, in the agricultural sector, construction, and informal sectors as we implement these projects. So level rexen di tamati, tsela tshweu, di cabbage, tsela tshweu, dinku, dipudi, dipo, meroto, tsela tshweu, maputi, madila, le ba ileng gore hereby le ba ba theogelang ba chaisa ba tla tsama go lelesela. We expect these producers and other value chain participants to sell their produce and products to the workers here that are employed by the development manager. And as inputs to the works, they too will reap handsomely. The roadworks for Mogoditshane-Gabane-Mmankgodi are expected to be completed in 3.5 years or less. No extension, no increase in budget. The only thing that will happen if a fault occurred is penalty. But when you finish within budget, within or less than 3 years, applause, applause, applause. That's what you get. We expect that those along the road will help with the relocation of services provided, and that the land expropriation as necessary, managed by the land board, and the land board chairman is here, will be done seamlessly. Lilona, the landowners, halego dikolosa land board. I think when we come back after the elections, we need to put in frameworks to aid development, to limit the time in which you can negotiate for your land acquisition. Tsutlaganyana ete do diro ka pele. E se mo itlhele go dikolo go yana, motho a tshwara kwa le ha tshele re tsalwa mo go lone, re tswala mo go lone be re katele mo go lone. So ra le tlogela. So re bantshantse gore re nne pelonomi re itse gore re le tlhoka rotlhe ra le irisa le rerisanye mo nakong e seng kae le dumalane ha le sa dumalane e be le gona le tsamaiso a go le thusa go dumalana tswentsweng ke le rapela dirisang le land body sentle le itsela gore ha le tlhoko ke le hatse setšhaba le tlhoka le hatse leo ha gona gope go tlhabo le ka irang teng go ntle ga le hatse la Botswana yana ha ile gore o na le setagana ho itsela gore re tla ta re le maitseo ka le dinyana. The infrastructure activities that we are delivering as government are consistent with the promises that we made as the ruling party, the Botswana Democratic Party that I lead, through our electoral manifesto ya 2019. In that manifesto, we promised to deliver what we are delivering today. It's only delayed because COVID in our tlhakatlhakaetsa matshelo. But you know what? In the 2024 electoral manifesto, we place industrialization at the core of our development strategy by focusing on value chain development, expanding production capabilities across different towns, across different districts, based on their comparative advantages. And you can't do that without the road. This road, ke motshelo ba rona. Le tlhokomeleng, le bokeng, le be e le phepa nako le nako. O huege ha motho a ka e tlatsa leswe. O mo emise o mmuse. O ipodise. O e rate. O kgwetse mo gone ka maitseo. O ne ekete o gatile modimo. O babaela. O itse motho a babaela a bolwa ke dikhonse gore tsamayang. Le kgwetse mo gone jalo. Le itse jalo. Le ha o le tetse lifti kante bese mo tseleng. Ha o bona ekete go a go hatla teng, ha phao ba kae iphire. I want to confirm to you that as a government, we will continue to honor all our pledges that we made in 2019, that we are making in 2024. Because we want to show you our dedication and a commitment to delivering quality infrastructure which will lead to the improvement of your lives. Lotlhe, kana mona to a tsela gore ha nke go botsa gore o morwa mang, ha nke go botsa gore morwadi a mang, ha nke go botsa dingwaga tsa gago, ha nke go botsa gore wa kae, o tswa kae, nako mang kapa mang. Mme hela ka gore we are leading a knowledge-based economy, o tla bona mo isagong ha nke e botse dipe gape ditsela, mme ha o ka tla ka bohirihiri e tla ne sa le go bone e go dupeletse. We are undertaking this groundbreaking ceremony for the construction of this dual carriageway for Mogoditshane-Gabane-Mmankgodi road, and we are mindful of other challenges that have presented themselves in other sectors, such as health, education, agriculture. And as a government, therefore, we recognize and remain firmly committed to address these challenges and to respond to the needs of Botswana. In the delivery of this project, through the development manager model, citizen contractors, as the DM himself confirmed, and I'm so warmed by his statement, or 40% is peanuts. He didn't set a figure. Me ha ke mo leba mo matlhong ka gore ke na le bokgoni ba go profita. Ke ne ke bona 60% hela re o batla gore a pumpunyoge anele Botswana a ba rutuntshe. And I'm very glad you said those 5 engineers were pittance. So I looked at the minister accusingly. Then he turned around and looked at his PS accusingly. When I tried to look at his PS, he looked at the ceiling. Yeah, no, we'll sort out the figures of those engineers that you want so you get all that you need. In addition, the use of locally manufactured products will be given a priority to promote manufacturers' growth and development. We also would expect and demand that you use the plant available in Botswana, whether you own or owned by those in Botswana, maximally. So we'll be watching that space so that you don't import plant unnecessarily. By saying these things, I don't give license to the owners of plant or owners of other inputs required to think they're going to milk the development manager or milk the government, because you'll only be milking yourself. So negotiate fairly and pay each other timelessly. All these, if we're done, will give credence to compliance with our provisions of our Citizen Economic Empowerment Policy, as well as our Economic Inclusion and Public Procurement Acts. So be a good citizen. Temporary, however it might be, but be a good citizen, corporate citizen. Ladies and gentlemen, we have adopted this development manager model in infrastructure project delivery as a result of past failures, monumental failures in project execution. Who doesn't know the story of Murupule B? Huh? Who doesn't know the story of a lot of our roads that were built before they were even commissioned were collapsing? Some of our bridges. Who doesn't know the quality of the roads? We've had very serious failures. To assist with effective and efficient oversight of development manager projects, 2 critical structures have been established and are functional. These structures consist of a subcommittee of cabinet, chaired by His Honor the Vice President, that we put in place, and a steering committee of permanent secretaries, which is chaired by the permanent secretary to the Vice President. So, Bazamala, VP Kahana, his vice president, Ucherayin. They answer to the boss, of course. Both. Ke ba boleletse gore ha ke batle makirikiri. Ke batla dio tse tlhamaletseng. These committees are already operational for the main purpose of directing and guiding implementation of the development manager model projects across Botswana. As a government of the years, we face challenges relating to funding of infrastructure projects, which is further compounded by contractors' failures to complete projects on time and within budget, and to the acceptable and specified quality standards. The challenges, although many and varied, have all led to loss of public funds and lost opportunities for development and economic growth. Bangwe ba ba sa itseng le gore dio mahokwarang ba subukela ba corruption. Go rona le element ya corruption mo teng mme go na le element ya go tlhoka go itse. Kante go tlhoka bokgoni. Kante busutla go tlhoka go khatala. It's not necessarily corruption, but se se salang madi ha reke ka bokete bo ka rekang ka bone ha go nna yalo. This DM model, therefore, seeks to address these challenges and create maximization of opportunities and benefits in the construction sector. Under the DM model, the contractor will, on behalf of government, manage the construction of projects from inception to close out. It's your job. The development managers will bear design and construction risks. That's a gift to you, as they are better placed to manage construction risks. But it's not all gloom and doom. The development manager bears an opportunity which they will handsomely embrace. If they do well, the profits are handsome too. Please join me in celebrating the realization of yet another milestone, the construction of a dual carriageway of the Mogoditshane-Gabane-Mmankgodi junction. I also wish to thank all stakeholders, including the development managers, who took part in the preparatory processes for this ceremony. It's now the honor of my life, as I come to the end of my term of office, to showcase that I really deserve yet another shot. Yet another shot. I'm pleased to deliver to you this that we're about to do, assured of funding and assured of protection. You will enjoy it as it's built, when it's completed, and you will remember Molale and myself. Abulayen. We are joyfully gathered here to witness and mark a signpost in the unfolding of the brave journey of economic diversification drive, as we add one more foreign investment entity amongst the suitors to whom we have pitched